Blessed day, everyone. So the topics I want to talk about in this video: Dexter Daps arrested after allegedly being involved in gang-related activities, Canadian convicted of killing Jamaican daughter, more curfew restrictions implemented, and 3 bikers arrested for breaching curfew orders. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is Dexter Daps. So it says, intense probe into gang activities led to Dexter Daps' arrest. Popular dancehall artist Dexter Daps is soon to be questioned by detectives about gang activities in Seaview Gardens and neighboring communities with the St. Andrew South Police Division. We understand that the artist management team has approached attorney Peter Champagne QC for representation in the matter. On Wednesday, a video of Dexter Daps surfaced on social media. The video showed a chunk of residents of a section of Seaview Gardens, the artist's old stomping ground, following behind the cops as they led the entertainer to a waiting jeep in which other men from the community were already in custody. Senior Superintendent of Police Stephanie Lindsay, head of the Jamaica Constabulary Force Corporate Communications Unit, said that the singer was held in relation to an ongoing investigation into gang-related activities in the police division. He is in police custody because of an investigation into criminal gang activities in Seaview Gardens and surrounding areas. The police have been doing their investigation for a while, and the police have reached a point in their investigation where they have taken him in and several other men into custody. I can't say much more because the investigation is at sensitive stage, Lindsay said. The entertainer is being held at the Hunts Bay Police Station. Wednesday's development was not the singer's first brush with the law. On April the 27, 2015, Dexter Daps, whose given name is Louis Grandison, was charged after an altercation with a group of police officers at the Sangsters Airport in Montego Bay, St. James. Then also a video of an incident went viral on social media. He was charged with assault occasioning bodily harm, resisting arrest, and using indecent language, but was freed of all charges in November of the same year. So yes, people, it seemed like the police them, well, allegedly them a watch Dexter Daps long time, is me? And when I go to there and act like me know what go on and thing, but I mean, it is what it is. You know, we see a lot of artists, you know, the police hold them for questioning and eventually release them, and maybe this is one of them time here. But me have to remember, say, we did also think that with Vybz Kartel, you see me? And what, 9 years now, 10 years now, Vybz Kartel still there behind prison. So at the end of the day, people, the artists, them just have to know what them are do. Be careful who you associate yourself with, you see me? And I'm not saying that Dexter Daps is guilty, but I'm also not saying innocent because me don't know him personally. You know, me never meet him before. You understand, people? So the artists, them just have to be careful with the people them, with them surround themselves with. It's plain and simple as that, because you might not have no form of involvement, but because, you know such a man, your name call up. Because remember, your name are the easiest name for call because you are the artist. You see my people, same way with the Quadda thing, when you see how them call up Quadda name and him end up get arrested and him have to go court and all of them thing there. People, he might never involve in the actual killing, but film name get called because him are the artist. So the artists them just have to be careful on their surroundings. You see me? And as this whole Dexter Daps story unfold, I will go no more update people, but I go show you the little clip of them release where the people them are going bad down a Seaview because, you see me, them want the artists to get released. So check this out.
Somebody then?
want Dexter! We 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 want Dexter!
Yeah, man, people. So you know, so a lot of persons are go back Dexter Daps because he's a man where always don't see if you are ends out. And you know, he's a man where him even bring Usain Bolt down a see view for meet the people him. So he's an artist from a rate and thing. You don't know, so the ladies them love Dexter Daps and thing, people, you see me? But that not gonna help you if you're involved in a certain things, which right now it is just alleged. We don't have no evidence, there's no proof or anything. The police them just watch him and them just bringing him for question. But from the police them all you, then something just not right, you see me? But leave in the comments as me say, people, and make me know what you think about this. I'm going to move right on to the next story. More restrictive curfew during Easter holiday. Beaches closed. Jamaicans will be subjected to far more restrictive curfew hours during the Easter holiday period, beginning on Good Friday. A 3 p.m. to 7 a.m. curfew will be in effect daily from Good Friday to Easter Monday. Prime Minister Andrew Holness made an announcement on the revised hours during a press conference at Jamaica House on Wednesday, as he gave an update on the government's efforts to battle the COVID-19 pandemic. The Prime Minister explained that the nightly 8 p.m. to 6 a.m. curfew that took effect on April the 1st will run until Holy Thursday, April the 9th. However, beginning Thursday evening, the curfew will run from 8 p.m. until 7 a.m. on Good Friday. During Easter weekend, the curfew will be from the 10th of April 2020 through Monday the 13th of April 2020. The curfew will commence at 3 p.m. in the afternoon and end at 7 a.m. the next morning, said Holness. In other words, the non-curfew hours, that is the period of time that you will be able to move about freely and conduct the essentials of life, would be from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. daily over the Easter weekend, the Prime Minister stated. On Easter Monday, the curfew will start at 3 p.m. and end at 5 a.m. Tuesday morning. So we are going to make some sacrifices during the Easter period and then we give a relaxation afterwards, said Holness. He said the new nightly curfew rules after Easter, beginning until the 14th, will be 9 p.m. each night until 5 the following morning. This will remain in force until April the 21st. Also, all public beaches, water parks and rivers will be closed over the Easter holiday weekend from Good Friday until Easter Monday. The Prime Minister stressed that the measures being implemented by the government are designed to ensure as much economic activity as possible takes place without compromising the health of the population. So yes, people, I have to big up Andrew Holness. And you know, say sometimes when I big up Andrew Holness, some people get triggered. Cause what day me see a man a comment about me a go on like me a Andrew Holness girl or me a some shit like that, you see me? But them people don't really understand, you know. That's the thing about it, you know. You see, people just think politics and everything, and but not even go to get involved in that. You see, my people. But at the end of the day, big up to Andrew Holness, and for the people who can't stay on the yard, then una go get locked up. It's as simple as that, you see me? But me just come for go now update on the new curfew hours. So una just do what have to do with those times. Una can listen to the video again if una don't remember it, or you understand, people. Una just do what have to do and just stay safe. Alright, so we're gonna move on to the next story. 3 bikers arrested for breaching curfew order and more in Olaba. 3 men were charged for breaches of the Disaster Risk Management Act and Road Traffic Acts in the Olaba police area of St. Catherine amid the nightly curfew on Monday, April the 6th. They are Arville Wiki, a 30-year-old mechanic of Church Pen District, St. Catherine; Roderick Webby, 19-year-old of Grove Farm District, St. Catherine; DeAndre Jackson, 18 years old of Gutters District, Olaba, St. Catherine. Reports are that about 9 p.m., the men were found driving motorcycles in the Olaba Glades area, where police officers signaled the drivers of the vehicle to stop. The riders disobeyed the instruction and drove away, but were subsequently intercepted in the nearby Church Pen community, where they were arrested. 2 motorcycles without registration, fitness or insurance were seized. The men have been offered bail. The nightly curfews are a part of the country's fight against the deadly COVID-19 pandemic. So yes, people, I don't know still. Sometimes I have to wonder if people not think. So not only that you are on the road too late, Zine, you already broke one law, but also you ride around without registration, fitness or insurance. So you definitely ask for trouble. Now one day you never stop when the there are no people, I can't laugh because them thing are serious thing, but I don't know why I'm to some of them, man. Yeah. Honestly, I can't sorry for them. And you know why I can't sorry for them? Because them man are not sorry for themselves. Maybe if I did in the day, them could have probably run a risk. But when police see them hours there, it's obvious that them are going to stop you. You are not supposed to be on the road at that time. Me I telling you straight up, if me there smell the yard and certain time catch me not left you can't kick me out. Remember up on your veranda me asleep because me not go up on the road and make police go arrest me. It's as simple as that. But leave in the comments and make me know anything about these people and me go move right on to the final story. Canadian convicted of killing Jamaican daughter loses appeal. A Canadian man who was found guilty of murdering his Jamaican daughter in 1994 and sentenced to life in prison has failed in his bid to have his convicted overturned. Everton Bida Singh, a resident of Toronto, Canada, was found guilty in 2016 of first-degree murder in the death of his 17-year-old daughter Melanie. According to the Canadian media, the teen's remains were found in a suitcase in 1994 but was not identified until after Bida Singh's wife, Elaine, confessed to her pastor in 2011 about her stepdaughter's death. Following a probe, the wife was also charged with first-degree murder, but after being tried separately from her husband, was found guilty of second-degree murder. The Canadian media further reported Elaine Bida Singh was sentenced to life in prison without being eligible for parole consideration until after serving 16 years, but she also challenged her conviction. That case remains ongoing before the courts. Her husband challenges conviction on several grounds before the Ontario Court of Appeal. The grounds all related to evidence in relation to what caused his daughter's death. In one of the grounds, his attorney argued that the judge who presided over his trial erred in allowing jurors to consider a suggestion that he allowed his daughter to starve to death. But in an unanimous judgment handed down last week, Ontario's Court of Appeal dismissed Bida Singh's appeal, stating that the judge was not mistaken in leaving that option open to the jury. In this case, there were both lay and medical evidence which could have supported an interference that Melanie's death was caused by her extreme state of starvation, whether following a near-drowning event or independent of any drowning, the appeal court said. Prosecutors alleged that Melanie was severely abused and mistreated by Bida Singh. They argued that he drowned or starved Melanie, who weighed 50 pounds and had 21 broken bones when she died in 1994. Additionally, a vegetable was found in her private area. Prosecutors disclosed in court. They further alleged that the teen could also have died with her father confined her in the small Toronto apartment he shared with his wife. The Crown further alleged that after her death, Bida Singh crammed his daughter's body in a suitcase, took it to a remote location north of Toronto and set it on fire. The Canadian man did not report his daughter missing and told her mother in Jamaica that she had run away from home. The trial heard that Melanie, who left Jamaica and went to Canada with her brothers in 1991 to live with their father, was never allowed to leave the apartment. Jurors heard that the girl was treated like a slave, chained to furniture for hours and stuffed into a small closet or locked out of the balcony. One witness testified that he saw Bida Singh physically abusing Melanie. His defense lawyers, however, argued that there was no evidence that he killed Melanie and pointed the finger at his wife instead. Boy, people, what a wicked father, man. Jano Star, yo, no, sir. Me not understand. So the man basically bring her go to Canada, Zine, for deal with her that way. That's why you see sometime, boy, people, me not even know what to say about this. Trust me. And then them a find, what you call it, carrot in our private parts and them thing there. And, I don't know, the story is just sad, honestly. I not say how a father can really do this to him own flesh and blood. Yes, so man say it's a very sad situation. And yes, we know it happened from 1994, but you know, so the whole case come up back because him appeal him sentencing and stuff like that. Which honestly, I don't feel like lawyers should represent any one of them people here. From you commit certain crimes, no lawyer should not be appointed to you, whether you can afford one or not. You see me? And that's just my personal opinion. Because you can't have a heart and do something like that. Trust me, you tell me, say, you really have a heart and even do something like that. You know, put her body in a suitcase and look how much time the girl body broke up. It's almost like a Saw movie this. You know the movie Saw when them tie you up and torture you and do them type of thing there. Yeah man, it seemed like said this brother you did mentally ill. Because nobody could be in them right mind and do such wicked, cruel act, people. I am so upset after reading this story, but at the end of the day, him get what him deserve. Life imprisonment and him wife for staying there just like him. You see me? Court not for revise them type of case here. Them for just leave it as it is and just denied everything. Them for just say, yo, you know, you're not eligible, none at all. 100 years, 500 years, and just make them go on with them and go. Anyway, people, leave in the comments and make me know what you think about this. And remember, people, stay safe until I drop the next video. I'm out.